Hey everyone, how's it going? It's Aki again, back with another Clash of Clans video. In this video, we're giving away our third gold pass of the 42,000 subscriber giveaway. All you gotta do to enter is be subscribed, like this video, drop one comment to get one entry, max one entry. All the other rules and guidelines are in the pinned comment and description of the video. The winner will be posted after tomorrow night's video, so in approximately 24 hours, in the community tab / post section. You can find that on my YouTube profile. But now, yesterday, a lot of you wanted me to do a full video on the Mass Dragons with the Invis charge because you saw how much success I had with it. A nice plus 320. These are the hero equipments I like to use. You can use, the only thing I really change is the Queen. You can use the Magic Mirror, not the Magic Mirror, the Healer Puppet and Giant Arrow if you want as well. And then the Warden, you can interchange that with the Healing Tome. Both work well instead of the Rage Gem. But let's go into a replay and then we'll take it into Legends. Okay, first attack we're going to go into here is against my clanmate's base. This base is very popular up in Legends League. I've seen it a ton, but it's really easy for this army. The Royal Champion, you can just shred in towards the core of the base, because what my aim is here, if I can get the RC in towards this entire compartment, the base is pretty much done so. For the Queen, I was like, you know what? I can just take care of the sweepers. I could also fire off a shot to get air defenses, but I was like, you know what? Let's get the sweepers out of the way so my balloons will not struggle, and dragons, I should say. So that shot I found best here at this workshop. Royal Champion straight from the 12 o'clock side. So I'm going to pop her ability, let her do her thing. She's going to one-shot these defenses, sorry, the two-shot, the air defense. But Queen's in, fire her shot. We got one of the sweepers. The other one was a little bit off-angled. Once the Royal Champion locks on towards this monolith, remember, the monolith outranges her, so you have to use her in invisibility or she just takes a ton of damage. And now look, she's straight in towards this core. I'm only going to focus in on her. I saw something I have like 8 invisibilities. A rage spell in here kind of goes crazy. Usually I like to save it for the dragons, but because I'm running the rage gem, I wasn't as worried. So now I'm just going to get this rage in here and just wreck through this core, and we're going to run into no problems for the back end, especially because my dragons are going to be easily able to out strength this base, seriously. And then you can already probably start wondering, like, where are you going to enter in with your dragons? I'm just going to pause the replay for a second. I have a built-in funnel right here at all these buildings, but you can see these trash buildings over here with the Queen. I'm actually going to put some extra dragons down there. Royal Champion runs out because she got locked on to a furnace fire might, but that was kind of annoying, but it's okay. I'm going to drop some extra dragons, so now there's 5 over there at the right-hand side. Main reason for that is I just want to take care of the enemy Queen. I will give them a free spell just to help out even more, and then I'm just going to focus in on our main core dragons here, delaying the minion prince ability as it's going to target once this Inferno, and I like that shot a little bit better, and we're going to frost over pretty much the back section of the base to time that in with the Warden ability. Could have used the Healing Tome, but remember, I'm using Rage, and it's very nice too. And look, the Slammer finally deploys, but we have so many dragons up still here ready to smash the base, and we have so much time left as well. But love the 3 stars. Let's go try it in Legends League and see if we can find just as much success. Don't worry, I will show off the version with the Healing Tome as well, and as well with the King to show that works fine too. But let's see, first base here, double invisibility, or is it single? Oh, no, it's single. I missed the Rage Tower there. Not too worried about that. The Queen shot we can use to set that off. Royal Champion, however, I'll see where I want to enter, but you can see 2 sweepers pointing away from the Town Hall, so I kind of want to enter in from this opposite side here. Queen from this Bob Hut sets off that invisibility tower. Royal Champion at the opposite side to walk down that flank. That's our plan. So let's get in our RC here. Maybe perfect. Pop that off. Queen, I'm just going to delay for a second. Probably fire it now. She can work there. Royal Champion's going to stay busy and active. I'm actually going to get an invisibility on her so the enemy RC doesn't start messing with her here. But she's going to run through it, go towards that Expo. I actually want to stay away from this section, so I'm going to make that invis. Push the Royal Champion in towards that Ricochet Cannon, which is actually sweet for me. And then I'm going to push her in towards the Monolith. So let's see if we can do that. Royal Champion like this. She's actually going to start fighting the enemy Royal Champion. Oh my gosh, now I've completely fumbled which direction she's going to go. But she's actually at the Town Hall now, which I guess is okay. But it was not really what I wanted. So let's see. Let's fly in from this side. We're going to have to build a kind of homemade funnel with some dragons here. Get the minion prince in. More dragons on the outside, and then we can support here with some free spells once we need them. The only thing I am scared about is hopefully we can set off that invisibility tower. It is going to get set off with the Royal Champion, or is it not? It's okay if it doesn't, because I can just fire my minion prince ability there. Oh, that minion prince ability was terrible. I'm going to rage up these core dragons, freeze in here, and you know what? We still should be fine. Even with that mess up of the minion prince ability, we kind of timed our dragons excellent. And now look at this. Here comes the dragons out of the CC and some extra loons. They're going to provide some additional tanking. That's why I like that little homemade funnel we made with the bottom side dragons. I didn't go with the funnel set by my queen because she had actually an awesome funnel. So I was just like, you know what? I can actually make it a little bit even cleaner without that. But Minion Prince is now going to do some more cleanup for us here. He's going to go down, which is fine. I still have a couple dragons down here that are going to take care of this Tesla. But then majority of them still at the top side with the Warden. And we are going to get ourselves a pretty clean 3-star with a minute still left in the battle. So just goes to show, I don't even think there was really too many mistakes on this one. I thought this was pretty clean. It was more so just our entry point started shifting as my role champion started going in wonky directions. That was kind of blamed on me for using some poor invisibilities, but I think I got unlucky because I was trying to get her in towards that monolith compartment, but then I had to kind of start shape shifting there. But that is what it is. We'll go into the next attack, but let's first claim this thing. Can we get some YouTuber luck? No, we cannot. I'll see you guys with the healing tome. Okay, we've made the change of adding the healing tome in. Let's see, are we going to get a crazy big difference? I don't think so. I think it will be kind of similar. So we have an invisibility tower in the core of the base. That's totally fine. But what do we want to do here? Well, let's check out the sweeper positioning. We've got them pointing like this. I could attack from behind them, or I could go directly into them as well, because I could fire off a queen shot at this gold collector or gold mine and take out one of them. Roll champion at the opposite side. That way we take out the monolith straight away. So let's do that. Let's set that off. We missed the backside. That's fine. Get my RC in here. Queen's going to do some stuff for us. If I need an invisibility on the queen, I can actually do that. I'm going to get a dragon in for some early cleanup. Roll champion should be able to walk down. And at this point, I just got to make sure my roll champion stays safe. Queen's still fine. I'm going to give her an invisibility so she can actually make it through that ricochet cannon. I think that actually is kind of worthwhile. Let's see. Roll champion still pushing, doing good. She's going to go towards the bottom side. Another invisibility. I want them to actually push towards the roll champion there. And now as this is going on, I'm going to get a couple dragons to funnel. World Champion has made it all the way to the bottom side. Let's get the rest of the dragons in here. Do two things at once. Warden. Let's get the Minion Prince, Blimp, and we should be good to go. I'm going to lose my World Champion there, which is fine. I don't need to use any more invisibilities on her. I'm not going to pop the Warden ability just yet, as there is a ton of time. And as we approach this core, I'm going to pop my Minion Prince ability. Now I'm going to use my Warden ability, heal everything up. And then when we need a rage, I can use one right here. I'm going to freeze this sweeper, pop the slammer open, get some more dragons in there, and then I can just use an invisibility for my Minion Prince because I do not want him to go down. He is pretty important to the attack, obviously, to help us out. And then we had an invisibility anyway. Why not use it? Now look, we've got a dragon Minion Prince at the bottom side. We got a dragon cleaning up at the top side, and then we have the core dragons with the Warden. Going to get the job done in the core here, and most of our dragons are quite healthy. Nothing really can harm us at this point other than maybe time, but there's a minute and 15 seconds, so no chance in poop are we going to struggle here. We got ourselves another 3-star, and a Blaze completely smashed here is what we love to see. Minion Prince gets absolutely ate up by a Seeking Airmine, but that's fine. We've got the dragon power. What do we have? How many do we have left here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 dragons still left. Like, that's nuts, eh? So as you can see, it's cooking. But now I'm going to show you this version with the king because I know some people are still upgrading their Minion Prince, which can be a problem. But I'll see you guys there after we just got on study soup. Okay, the next version I'm going to show it off is with the king. I actually personally like it with the snake bracelet and spiky ball. That's just the version I like. If you have it, use it. If not, just use the earthquake boots and spiky ball. I know that's what some people have mostly leveled up. And I like to actually pair this with the siege barracks and super minions in the siege barracks. I don't need the slammer with the dragons because I feel like it provides more tanking for the king, especially when I'm not using the snake bracelet. And those super minions provide some solid cleanup. At this point, it doesn't matter if you use the Healing Tome or Rage. They both work kind of the similar. And for the next attack, don't worry. I will be showing off the queen without the action figure as well. So let's see if we can get ourselves another 3-star. This base, very, very common, but I'm not too scared about it because look, these two sweepers, I'm going to enter in with my roll champion right there because she can take all of that down herself. And then queen, I'm actually going to snipe maybe from this workshop just to take care of this air defense and this backside air defense. And then we can target our dragons in towards this wizard tower here and make sure we get in towards the town hall. So let's do that. Let's make sure our roll champion can take care of this wizard tower. I can pop her ability once it goes down. There we go. Perfect. And now she'll outrange most of these buildings. We don't have to worry too much. I want her to go in towards that multi-gear tower after she takes care of the mortar. I don't want her taking too much damage because it does outrange the Royal Champion, especially when it's at the long form. Next invisibility in here. Make sure she doesn't go too wonky on me. Let's see. I wanted her to go towards the left-hand side. But if she goes towards the right-hand side, I'll actually show you how to deal with that as well. We can fire off our queen shot from the opposite side, which is going to be totally fine. But she's actually going to start fighting off the CC, which pushes her back to her original side. So you know what? All well that ends well. So let's just see. World Champion's doing good here. I'm going to make sure I fire off a solid giant arrow. But just still focus on our World Champion. Let's get our queen in. One more invisibility as it turns and fires. We'll get that. Oh, we don't quite get the backside air defense. That's fine. I'm going to get the dragons down here. Or at least most of them. We're going to go siege barracks down here with the king. More dragons. Some dragons down here to kind of help path and funnel. Get a rage for these dragons. Let them take some damage, which is totally fine. I'm about to hit the Giga Bomb, so that's when I'm going to pop it. I'm going to freeze this monolith just because my king was getting locked onto. And I didn't need it taking that damage right away. We're hitting a ton of air bombs under that, which is great actually. Not going to hurt me too much. Pop the king ability here, funnel the dragons in towards the core. King's actually going to go fight the monolith off now by himself and actually going to remain and have some health left. Here comes the super minions out of the CC, and this is what I mean. Most of the trash is cleaned up, and they're going to actually target these key defenses. We got dragons everywhere, and as you can see, this is going to get ourselves another 3-star with the king as well. I actually totally forgot that we had the king. I'm not going to lie. I thought we still had the minion prince. But then I realized midway through the attack, I'm like, oh yeah, I have to use my king. That's why he got abruptly dropped. I actually forgot to explain him because I thought we had the minion prince. I was just going to use it behind the dragons, but sorry about that. But the king and siege usually pair together. You can separate them and help the queen out too if you like. But as you can see, we're going to get some runaway overkill here with the queen surviving and still like 40-ish seconds left in the attack. I love it. The super minions help out a ton too, but we got the dragons left as well. But now I'm going to show this attack off one more time, but this time with the queen having the healer puppet instead of the action figure, as I know some of you do not have that, which is kind of understandable. 69 glowy ore too. Nice. And then when the king gets put away, that's when I like to bring back the dragons with the slammer. And then the queen, I've dropped the action figure and we're using the healer puppet. As you can see, 6 common pieces of equipment is kind of cool. That's always really nice to see just because most armies are dominated by epic equipment. But this version, we're only using 2 epics, which are on the Royal Champion, which is actually not even that bad. Now let's see if we can get ourselves another 3-star. Okay, this base I see so many times and I've mangled it with the quad clone because in the core it just gets destroyed. I'm going to try pushing my Royal Champion in towards there and kind of do a similar thing. I obviously don't want to approach the town hall because that would just be silly, as the heroes would just kind of wreck my Royal Champion. How do I get my Royal Champion in there? I want to actually go through this single target inferno because the singles can be annoying to your dragon. So let's go like this. Royal Champion's going to be able to cook through here. We'll see which direction she decides to go, but I am going to for sure try to make it happen and head towards the core of the base. Let's see here. Once she moves through all of this, I'm actually going to go double invisibility like this, and that should get her in towards the core of the base, which is exactly what we wanted. And look, we are there. Now I'm going to provide her a rage because she's actually going to get a ton of value here if she can just stay here and cook. Sweet. Make sure we don't take too much extra damage out of anything, but we also got to make sure that we use this rage properly, because that is a ton of investment into this Royal Champion charge. But I stand by it that I think it is valuable. We've lured out the CC at this point too. She's stuck in the NATO, no problem. Just make sure we take that last sweeper out. If I can get that, I am a happy, happy man. So now at this point, we've set a pretty nice funnel. I'm going to use the queen to funnel the opposite side. Fire off a shot to get the air defenses. Loons. Let's get the majority of our dragons down here. Warden. Slammer, the minion prince. I forgot the raid gem, which is fine. I'm going to use a couple more dragons down here. I am going to use a freeze because I want to try helping my queen stay alive if she can. If she doesn't, again, not the end of the world, but she does help a ton out for cleanup. Let's see, she's got the healers, so they're going to help a little bit. The slammer's about to pop open, which is fine by me. Let's see, queen goes down, and now those healers aren't really going to provide me too much value. Minion Prince is going to run off on his own, so I'm going to have to pop the Warden ability a tad bit early. Pop the Minion Prince ability, and at this point, I think we should be good. Minion Prince, sadly, going by himself kind of sucks because I want him to get the tanking with these dragons, but you know what? These dragons are still here. The reason I want to keep my the Minion Prince alive is because these heroes, but now he's even got a dragon to tank. That's fine by me. We just want to take care of the queen. We got the support here in terms of dragons. They're not the problem. It's more so just going to be time, I think. Minion Prince shreds through the enemy RC. Oh, almost a queen too. And now the heroes draw aggro, and we've got ourselves, hopefully, a 3-star, but so many dragons alive that I'm not even worried here. Especially, this one took a little bit more time because we were playing a little bit of a loop-de-loop around the base. But as you can see here, it does not matter when you have this many dragons still alive and 30 seconds in the battle with over 90%. So, as you can see, it doesn't really matter what version we're using. All of them work very, very well, even if you don't have the action figure equipment. That you can believe me on. But I also want to show something off, how much success I've been having in Legends League with using these air attacks, even without the quad clone. So yes, it sucks the Eternal Tome is getting nerfed, but it's not that big of a deal because we are having so much fun with these RC charges. So here, let me just pop this quickly. Come on, give me a legendary chest. I have not had even an epic chest, which sucks, but hey, it is what it is. As you can see, plus 160, 4 for 4. We still have 2 more defenses that we've taken, so I'm actually way higher in trophies than I would be right now, and we're already at 5744. Yesterday was perfect, so we've been killing it. I'm going to save those other attacks to do some more videos later today, maybe one more video later today, but as you can see, if I was allowed to use this army, trust me, I would be doing really, really well because we've been just using a bunch of different air variations, all doing really, really good for us, so I'm liking it a lot. Let me know what you guys think, and we're going to be good, even with this Eternal Tome nerf. But remember to enter for the 3rd gold pass. All the rules are in the pinned comment and description of the video. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate you all. Peace out.